Alright, so we're live. We're live.
We're live.
How's it going on, people? Yes, live.
People can hear us?
No, we have to act like people can hear us. We have to act like we're live.
Oh, okay. We're live.
Yeah.
I was like really scared there for a second.
We are not live, sorry.
I thought we were. I was eating this cookie. I got distracted. Don't you know, Bobby? Oh.
So I guess this would be considered our first in-shop vlog
Yes.
of randomness. Just different topics
Yeah.
of worldly events, spirituality, and
Spirit.
monster drinks that I should not be drinking. And you motherfuckers know me. Know when I drink this shit. Shit gets down, motherfucker. Anyway.
Anywho. Welcome. We are pretty much chilling here at Phoenix Tattoo and Wellness Center.
No.
We're a wellness center and a tattoo shop, hence the name. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So what do we do here? We do tattoos.
What we do here stays here. Remember
and
that.
Wellness.
Remember that shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No.
No. I like women.
She's more like, oh my god.
Yes. Yeah. So
I'm more of the.
that's what happens. That's what happens.
Yeah. But yeah, worldly events. What's going on now that's really fucked up? Besides everything, Puerto Rico, the Caribbean's gonna get fucked by Hurricane Irene.
Yes.
Or Irma, whatever the fuck her name. It's just an I. It's an ugly fucking name. So she's gonna do ugly things. And a lot of my folks out in Puerto Rico are gonna be hit by this shit. And yeah, it's not cool. But it's hurricane season. That's what happens in the Caribbean. And then eventually comes up to the north, northeast, south, and north, United States, whatever. And then we're all fucked.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
there's a lot going on in the world right now.
well, as of now, Irene is what, a Category 5 hurricane. She's clocked at over 180 miles per fucking hour. Are you serious?
No.
What are you, a fucking race car, you bitch? Fucking Mother Nature, I swear to God.
Well, she's trying to get rid of that funk. That funk on a junk. I would too. If I were her. I mean, we're pretty much like cancer to her when you think about it.
Yeah, because we don't know how to treat our mother.
No, we don't.
We don't know how to treat her. Unfortunately, us humans do not know how to treat our fucking mother, and we're pieces of shit.
No. So when it comes to energy, and I was actually just talking about this the other day with my parents, everything's energetic. So when you have things like hurricanes decimating areas, certain specific areas, and it happens more than once, because it looks like Texas is probably going to get hit again with probably a tropical storm, so it's more rain, more flooding, and that shit happened with Hurricane Katrina, and the Gulf of Mexico. It seems to be the southern area of the United States.
There's some bad juju going on there.
It's some
voodoo.
So
some voodoo shit.
She's cleaning her shit off. That's what they gotta do.
She's douching you motherfuckers down there.
She's douching. Yes, that's
douching.
A great way to put it. She's gotta clean off her stank. And that's what happens energetically when there are areas where negative pockets just keep building. That shit just comes and she wants to get rid of it. That's how I look at it. And on a scientific level, when you think about it, it kind of makes sense energetically. If you can measure frequency of the output of human beings and our emotional, pretty much technology, because they prove that we are emotional and that it's actual energy and that we can use it either for positive or negative frequency. And you got all these people doing all this shit in a certain collective area, obviously it's gonna, have some sort of negative impact because it's cause and effect. That's the laws of karma. It's just, unfortunate. But not to say that anybody deserves to lose their life or deserves to go through trauma, but it's just, that's the cycle of nature. That's what she does. People are born every day, people die every day, and she's the one who should do the checks and balances, not us. That's how I feel.
And remember, Mother Earth never takes sides. Everybody will remember this from, Avatar. When, what's her name? What's her name? Hatiri. if I'm mistaken, that's her name. She's explaining to Jake Sully that Ewa does not pick sides. She just restores balance. So that's one of the things that are happening now in the world with the wildfires up in the Northwest, in Oregon, Washington, and Canada, and now California, and yeah, it's just getting bad. And then we have this hurricane bitch in the Caribbean that's gonna cause a whole bunch of fucking ruckus. And then what else? Oh, let's talk about North fucking Korea. About that fucking
Xinjiang.
yeah, Mr. whatever wants to fucking play with fucking nukes and shit. Motherfuckers gotta be compensated for something, you know. You know. You know. I don't have butts in the head, but me.
That's true.
That's why it's this no.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. We live in some pretty interesting times. We were actually just talking about this before we put on the camera that, you know, the media, we only get such a short amount from the media and half of it's not even real. So is this whole potential third world war that is pretty much looks like it's on the horizon, which I find it probably won't happen, but you never know these days. But it's one of those things where, you know, is it shadow governments that are trying to stir this up to breed fear? Because fear is like the oldest fucking thing in the book. Divide and conquer. It is the easiest tactic. Every single warmonger in our history of being on this planet has used that tactic since the dawn of time. And it's still being used, and it's so easy to separate people through fear. And a lot of it is psychological warfare. I mean, we're being having psychological warfare on us every single day. You know, you gotta consume this or consume
the government,
that.
us.
And you know, you gotta be something that you're not, or you have to be afraid to be yourself. And it's like blacks against whites, against Asians, against Indians, against... Who the fuck are we against? We're all fucking human. Why the fuck are we still killing each other? Racism? I know people are like, racism is always gonna exist. Okay, well, it's always gonna exist with the mindset that we have. Because they keep instilling it in our minds. That's called cultural conditioning. It's called divide and conquer. Because you separate people, they're weak, and the government is up at the top, and they're all fucking moving peeps around.
It's 2017, people. Come on, we ain't got time for this racial bullshit.
Yeah,
that shit's old. Oh, it's old.
It's old.
Like your mama draws. Shit's old and stank. Nobody gives a shit about it.
It is. It's so fucking... It's like one of those things like, if I was a human looking inside at our humanity, like if I was a human from another planet, I'd probably be like, are they still doing this? Are they still...
That's exactly what the fuck they're doing. They're up
there.
They're like,
seriously?
Really? What the hell's going on again?
I feel like humanity is caught in the mind phase. You know, like the terrible twos, and then you got the fucking crazy threes going on? I like to call it the fucking crazy threes, but whatever.
That doesn't rhymes or anything, but they're fucking crazy.
Yeah, they're fucking crazy. And, you know, little kids, they fight because they're like, well, that's mine, blah, 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 blah. That's exactly where humanity is right now. And at this point, there's really no point in fighting, because guess what? We live on one planet, and we're fucking killing her. And that's why she's all like, get the fuck off me.
And this ain't no El Nino. This is Mother Earth doing this shit.
Yeah. It's just...
She's in season. She's like, I got my period. I'm pissed. I'm killing you motherfuckers. I don't give a shit who the fuck you is. You black, you white, you Asian. You gonna die. You gonna die.
You're gonna die.
And it's unfortunate, but that's what happens when you fuck with Mother Earth.
It's true. And it's frustrating because I'm an environmentalist, 100%. I went to school for landscape architecture.
Matter of fact, you know, we got a little ahead of ourselves. You know what? Explain who you is to everybody out there.
I'll explain. My name is Jess. I get it done. Get it done first. My name's Jess. I'm 29. Okay? I'm a tattoo artist. I'm a Reiki practitioner. I do all this shit. I do a lot of things because I like to do these
She owns an organic farm.
I farm.
She does a bunch of stuff. We're all multi-talented here.
I'm like a modern day hippie without the dirty crunchy going on. I like to clean myself, but I'm all about love and peace. And I like
no patchouli.
Veggies.
No patchouli. She don't smell like patchouli.
No patchouli.
That shit stink.
Maybe blue,
I'm
but
gonna
Ralph
fuck with that thing.
Lauren.
It stinks.
If they still make it, I don't know if they do. Aqua de Joya. I like to smell good. My point is, so I'm about the environment, and there's only one planet that we live on right now. And instead of trying to go to fucking Mars to inhabit another planet to fuck up, why don't we try and learn how to save this planet first? That's all I'm saying.
Agreed.
You know, we're one planet and we're one fucking race, and the way we're acting is just fucking dumb. And everybody knows, and if you don't know right now, you're gonna learn right now. That the whole reason why war happens is because one little fucking private company called the Federal Reserve Banking System makes money off of war. And anybody who says that war is necessity for freedom is just fucking stupid. Because if you haven't figured out the game of Monopoly, why don't you start playing it again, okay? And you can figure out where all the fucking money goes. Because it ain't going here. It ain't going anywhere else. It ain't going to the people. It's going to the pockets of these shadow fucking shady ass motherfuckers who own the Federal Reserve Bank. Because it's the truth. It's bottom, it's fact. In order for war to happen, you need to have the funding. And who makes the money off of war?
Who has the most money in the world, period?
Think about it. Think about it. That's not conspiracy theory. That's fucking genius.
That's fucking fact, dude.
It's a fact. Yes. We don't own our banking system. We don't own our economy. The president lives in the District of Columbia. Think about that. Our own hub that we're governed by isn't even in the United States. It's in the District of Columbia.
Well, I like to call it the District of the Culo because that's what he got. He's just
You know what I'm saying?
he's just a puppet with something up his ass, and people make him talk.
He likes it up there.
That's all he is.
He likes it up there.
So Trump is just a fucking,
He's another puppet.
he's a piece of shit. Whatever.
It is what it is. No matter who we
And
elect.
everybody's like, I hate Trump. I love Trump. It doesn't matter. You love him. You hate him. He's nothing. He has nothing. All he is just he's entertainment
Yeah, I mean,
for the world.
we have
That represents the U.S.
Reality TV shows just gone wrong. That's exactly what it is. It's like
Well, meanwhile, behind the scenes, these shadow governments are causing all this bullshit.
Yep. And
And we're
they
like, oh
have
my
your
God.
name on there. Target.
Oh my God. We're going to die.
Pretty
We're going
much.
to die.
Pretty much. I mean, every single time you go on the news is like some big crazy thing happening, and then about like a second later, there's another big crazy thing happening, and that's just because it's deterring you from the fucking truth. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's be honest, yeah. Alright? It's fucking shit. Everything you watch, everything you read is owned by 6 companies in the entire fucking world. 6! 6! It used to be owned by like over 200 companies, and now it's owned by 6. That means every single thing, every single news form that you get your information from is bought. And most likely fake. And most likely used for psychological warfare. Not most likely, it is. It is.
Yep.
100% used for psychological warfare. Because the mind is fucking malleable. The mind is a muscle. So when you keep being told how to live your life, to consume, to do this, to do that, you keep being told all these stories that are illusions, that the blacks are better than the whites, or the whites are better than the blacks. And don't get me wrong, there is definitely a long history of white supremacy. But guess what, people? We forget every single fucking race on this planet has been enslaved and has went through some period of slavery. Skin color, whether it was religion, whether it was skin color, whatever it is, we've all been enslaved. So it's time to junk that fucking story and unite instead of blaming everybody else for our own fucking problems. Start being responsible for ourselves. Stop allowing government to wipe our asses and expect them to do something for it.
Just stop watching TV.
Just stop watching TV. Exactly.
Just stop that shit.
They call it the boob tube for a reason. I ain't see no boobs. Because they don't allow it.
Not even side boobs. I don't see side
I don't
boobs.
see side boobs.
That's a motherfucking shame. I'd rather see some side boob.
No. But that's our point. It's fake.
Yeah, you just can't watch that bullshit. Anything that's on, even, you know what, even on Facebook. Where are you going to see this video? We're not fake, though.
No.
Motherfuckers know
Very
us.
real, if you know me.
But everything you see, you read, you watch on Facebook, that's just to mold you motherfuckers. You fucking sheep. As I call them, sheep.
It is.
And you know who you are.
It's sad. Because in all seriousness, like, we do these videos because we're very passionate and, you know, we're joking here and there. But in all seriousness, we want people to understand that life is literally just about loving yourself and to find what it is you're passionate about and go for it. And don't let any other person tell you to not go for your dream, because those people are the ones living in fear, bottom line. And that's what they want. They want you to live in fear. They want you to live so afraid to be you that you don't shine your light. And as corny and cheesy as that sounds, scientifically we're made of light. So you gotta shine as bright as a motherfucking Christmas tree.
And you can't shine like a motherfucking diamond.
No.
You can't try to refract like one, please. Yes.
Because diamonds are not rare. I just want to tell you that right now. Diamonds are not rare.
Ever heard of blood diamonds in South Africa?
Okay, they're not rare.
All right.
You can make that shit. It's called take a little pressure, heat it down, and boom, you got a diamond.
Carbon?
Yeah, it's something
Carbon
like
with a certain amount of pressure and heat, and boom, there you go.
another thing of like
Cubic zirconia.
a fakeness. I can't remember what company that owns the actual mines for diamonds, but they're the ones who say they're like rare, but they have hundreds and billions of dollars, like hundreds of dimes, like diamonds, not dimes, diamonds. There's so many diamonds.
Which y'all dime pieces think y'all diamonds, but y'all no diamonds.
You
Dime
got no
pieces,
diamonds.
y'all ugly.
It's so much. What's really rare is like, isn't it like, well, gold.
No. What's really rare is actual people being themselves.
Yes.
That's what's rare.
That's what's rare.
It's extremely rare.
I don't see anybody who's authentic. Very few people are authentic. And when I see them, I know they're authentic because I gravitate to them. And it feels good to be around them.
It's a mutual magnetic
Yeah.
connection.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you have to be around like-minded people on a path of spirituality because everybody else thinks you're a fucking nut job. And yet you're looking at them like they're the nut job. And everybody's looking at each other like we're nuts. You just gotta crack that shit.
We are.
You know what
We
I'm
are
saying?
nuts.
Crack it.
Well, you are nuts. We're crazy. Yes.
It's pretty fucking fascinating though. When you experience a spiritual awakening, you can't go back because you start to see reality in a whole different fucking way. You ever hear of Joe Rogan? Watch his podcast. That's exactly the stuff that we're gonna be talking about soon.
Right now, we're just giving you a clusterfuck of information of
Yes.
shit that we always talk about here at the shop.
Yes.
Joe Rogan is a little more streamlined and more formal
Yeah.
in his topics, depending on who's his guest on his show. But this, like I said, this is our first vlog in the shop. She does her own vlogs on her own YouTube channel. I have my own YouTube channel, but I have a bunch of randomness there, as I always do. I always do random shit, whether it's tattoo time lapses, live bands, a bunch of other shit. But this is the first video that we're actually doing inside the shop together, and not me being behind the camera,
Yeah.
doing all the editing and stuff like that and shit. But yeah, this is something that we just like, you know what? Let's put the camera on and let's just talk.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of content from a lot of good people on YouTube, even some on Facebook, that you can find that explain a lot of things about the real world. Not the shit that the government wants you to know and how the government wants to mold you and shit, but things that are being disclosed that awaken the human psyche and it just wakes us the fuck up and see the world in a different perspective than what the government wants us to see. And once you wake up from that, from that veil or from that, that dream, it's a whole new world. It's a whole new ballgame. Believe me.
Yeah, because you start to, life becomes more exciting because you realize, oh shit, I'm the creator. I'm the one who creates my reality. And a lot of the reason why we are all stuck in this illusion is because of a victim mentality. Like they just perpetuate this victim, like we need them. They need to take care of us because we are a victim of something. Everybody's always a victim, and that's the number one crucial thing to overcome is being a victim, because when you're choosing to be a victim, you're choosing to give everybody else your own power, and you are very powerful. And that is why we also want to do these vlogs, because people need to understand humans are so fucking powerful, and what you can do just by yourself, there's just so, on a scientific level and a spiritual level, you literally are God. You literally are a superhuman being, and you can do anything and tap into all these abilities, these psychic abilities, telekinesis, telepathy, precognitive dreams. All this stuff is what we are able to do, and there's proof of it. You know, it's 2017, there's actual proof of it. It's no more, well, maybe it's, no, there's actual evidence of this stuff being very real, and the evidence of how we're designed physically and physiologically to actually do these things. And I think when you start to realize who you are, how you're designed as a human, and how you can access this higher state of awareness that all these spiritual gurus and spiritual teachers have been trying to tell us that we could do for fucking centuries, we can do that. You know, and I think that it's definitely getting better and better with all this kind of information getting out there and people speaking up. And that's what we're doing. We just want to talk about it because we're passionate about it. And it's time to talk about it. And we notice that people gravitate to us and they listen to what we say. And I don't know if maybe it's how we say it and, our personalities.
I think it's just we're not biased. We just, we throw not only the facts out there, but what is, some things that aren't, is just whatever. It's just how the world works. It's a massive paradox.
Yeah.
As much as something is good, this is something that's bad. As much as you do something that's good, it's bad for you as well. But everything coincides with each other. Everything connects to each other, no matter what, whether it's good or bad, neutral, all that shit. So, I mean, we have our own beliefs and our own, how would I say that? Not only beliefs, but I don't know, things that we believe in, things that we've experienced.
Personal realities, I should say. But we honor each other. And, we don't agree on everything, for sure. But that's the beauty of it, is just because you don't agree with someone doesn't mean you have to hate them. It doesn't mean you have to be a fucking asshole to each other. Yep. Because nobody's living the same reality, and that's the beauty. That's what we were that was our gift, to have free will and to be able to live our experience through our lens. Not through his lens. He's not seeing or feeling how I feel because he's not in this body. He's not my consciousness.
Unless I'm an empath, and that can do kind of.
And then you can kind of feel each other for sure, which is good. But it doesn't mean agreeing. You don't have to agree on everything, and that's the beauty, is having our own experience. So we honor that, because why am I going to judge you for your mistakes or what your lifestyle is? You know how many fucking mistakes I've made? Do you know how many times I have fucked up? I can't say shit about anybody else.
But it's okay. But it's okay. You know why? You're human. We're all human.
Exactly.
We all fuck up. We constantly fuck up every single fucking day. We're not fucking perfect.
We're perfectly imperfect.
Yeah.
Which makes us perfect because we're so imperfect. But that's our beauty. That's like, as backwards as that seems, that's what makes us beautiful, because we have this ability to tap into all these emotions and all these experiences, but you have to be willing to open your mind to do that and be willing to let go and shed all of your old beliefs about reality and all your old beliefs about race and all this stupid division, and just see it for what it is. And reality gets really fucking cool.
It gets really real.
It does. It gets really extremely real.
Oh my god, what is this? What am I feeling?
It's crazy. I mean, we've all had some pretty fucking wild experiences, paranormal wise, and things that you may not be able to see, but you can feel, or Like I've had premonitions. I've had things where I'm like, I knew this person was gonna say something before they said it, and just like other things like that. And he has too. And someday when we have another video with our other. With Rhiannon, she's not here right now.
She's got her nails did.
She's getting her nails did, doing human things. Because we all like to take care of ourselves, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do that. Take care of yourself. That's number one. Always take care of yourself.
Yes, first and foremost, always take care of yourself. Without you cannot help anybody else. You cannot exert your energy to help anyone at 100% capacity unless you take care of yourself at all times. Yeah, it seems selfish because it is selfish.
Yeah.
It's okay to be selfish at times. Not all the time. Be compassionate, be loving towards others. But again, that's the paradox. If you don't love yourself, how can you give love to anybody else? Because you know what? You are a reflection of what everybody is, and vice versa. So if you can't love yourself, guess what? And all you lonely motherfuckers out there, oh, I love. Oh my God, I gotta find the right person. I always get the motherfuckers. I hate that bitch. I always get the stupid bitch and she cut. It's because it's a reflection of what you're putting out.
Yep.
Plain and simple, that's what it is. If you're not getting what you want, it's because you're throwing out some fucking bad juju, and you're receiving it back from somebody that's showing your own reflection.
Yeah.
Whether it be male, whether it be female, it doesn't matter. That's what happens. So stop like she said, don't feel sorry for me. Oh my God, I'm hurt.
Yeah.
Yo, man the fuck up.
You gotta feel empowered.
Yes. But for yourself, not for anybody else, for yourself. You have to do this for yourself at all times for yourself. Be empowered. Do the things you love.
Yeah.
Don't have anybody tell you otherwise. Don't tell them, you can't do this, you that. Well, guess what? I'm going to do it.
You gotta fill yourself up because at the end of the day, you can't.
Not even at the end of the day. At the end of your fucking life.
At the end of your life.
This lifetime.
Yes.
You're going to look back. You remember, I should have did this.
Yeah.
I should have did that. Oh my God, I was too scared. And you're like 80 years old on your deathbed. And you're like, why was I scared? Just fucking do it, man. The mistakes are going to come. No matter what, you're always going to fall on your face. Always. Constantly. You're going to constantly fall on your face. But that's how us human beings learn. Especially young souls. Very young souls need to constantly fall on their fucking face.
And as people who are self-employed and who are going down this path of entrepreneurship or self-employment, you're gonna fall flat on your fucking face. Like, I'm going through this process right now, and I'm just finally starting to, reap the rewards and see the results. But let me tell you, it was not fucking easy. But after all the hard work, I am so happy to be where I am right now. That doesn't mean that everybody has to be a self-employed person or entrepreneur, to be happy. Because some people like, normal jobs. It works for you. You make your money, and you live your life. Just fill yourself up with love, like, don't rely on another person or partner to make you feel worthy. That's what the purpose of self-love truly is. And when you tap into that, you're eventually just going to gravitate that love that you're seeking to you, because that's the energy you're putting out. You're so loved. I'm so loved. I love myself. I don't need anybody to fill me up with love or to show me that I'm worthy, because I know I'm worthy. I know I'm a beautiful person.
And that's another thing not to cut you off, but self-worth.
Self-worth.
Self-worth is a huge thing. Know your self-worth. Don't be stuck in a state of loathing and be like, I'm not this, I'm not like this superstar, I'm not like this model, I'm not like this buff guy here and this weightlifter there. Fuck everybody, man. Everybody is their unique soul. Everybody looks different. You have your own perfect way of being exhibited to the world and who you are. So who gives a fuck about all that bullshit? Understand that you love yourself. You are first and foremost at all times. Remember that. You are first and foremost.
And be kind to yourself during the process too, because it's not.
Be real with yourself. Don't be fake.
Yeah.
Don't be fake.
Yeah.
Because them motherfuckers start putting illusions in your head. You're like, I'm beautiful, and y'all wear spandex. You're like, you fat bitch, you can't be wearing that. And you fat motherfuckers, take that shirt off. Your fucking nipples are showing. No, that goes for men and women. This ain't no fucking. I ain't picking genders out, but listen, just be real with yourself. Something look right, it look right. But don't, it don't. Same thing with your personality. If it's nice, it's good. All right, cool. But if it's shitty, work on it.
Yeah. It takes a lot of work.
And self-realize that you need to work on yourself constantly. This is an everyday thing. This is something that you have to work on every single fucking day. Yes, and it's exhausting. And sometimes you want time out. There is no time out.
It's true.
There is no time off.
It's very true. It's not
On
easy.
being spiritually awakened and being on that path of knowledge and of truth of the world we live in. And the truth to us, ourselves, it's constant. It's every day. It's every day. And the more you slack off, the more you kind of just like, whoa, fuck it, I'll just do that. I'll meditate tomorrow, or I'll just, no.
Yeah, you're gonna have to discipline.
And
we all fall off. I've done it. Trust me.
We always do it. We're human.
I'm still like. I mean, I have a little bit of self-worth issues still embedded in me, and I'm working through them.
I'm sexy as fuck, ladies. Please holla at me.
Fuck, he knows.
Good Lord, I'll impregnate all of you. No, I'm not. No, that's disgusting. That's gross. My bad.
There's a lot of Danny's going around.
Yeah. We don't want that. This will go to shit real quick.
Dan extreme up in here. We don't want that.
But know your self-worth. Love yourself. And once you come from a place of love and wholesomeness, if that makes sense, you can help out anybody you want. But don't stretch yourself out too thin to everybody. That goes for family too.
Yeah.
Just because somebody's blood related doesn't mean that you have to go above and beyond. No, you don't. Because if they're not able to help themselves out and you're stretching yourself far and wide for them, one thing, they're being lazy because they're not helping themselves out, and now you're just like, I have no energy, I have no money to give you, oh, I'm broke, I can't help you, and then you feel like shit. No, fuck that. If somebody doesn't want to help themselves, leave them the fuck alone. Until they help themselves and they get shit back on, they'll be like, alright, what's up, what's going on? Other than that, don't deal.
When did you start your spiritual awakening?
When did I start my spiritual awakening? Oh my god, this goes back to 2000. That's a good question, man. 2000, blah, 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 blah. That is a good question. Holy shit. Fuck, I think 2005? 2006? Some shit like that. I mean, I've always been a spiritual person. I grew up in a very Christian household. My grandfather was a bishop. My father was a pastor. My mom was a pastor's daughter. Yeah, one of those families. So obviously, I'm the black sheep because I don't. No. I respect everyone that follows the religion, but yeah, Christianity and Catholicism, go fuck yourself. I'll say it straight out. I don't care. I have no love for you. You caused way too much trauma in this world with your beliefs and your Bible and all. It's bullshit. It's all propaganda. But anyway, I started my awakening about 2006. I would say 2006, 2007, something like that. And I was connecting more with my Taino roots from Puerto Rico, or Borican, that's how we say it. And I was just doing so much research online, and I was finding information here and there about my ancestors on the island and what we did, for ceremony and all that good stuff. That, I mean, it woke me up. I was always tearing, reading about it, and I fell in love with it because that's who I am. That's what I connect with. Is the indigenous part of being Puerto Rican, or Boricua, as we say it. And from then on, it's just been a roller coaster of a journey, finding things out, and more so on a universal level than an indigenous level, with just my culture and Native Americans and the first peoples of this world. All the clans and tribes and all the stuff that we used to do as far as live off the land and all that. And then it gets more, even beyond that. Then you get into outer space and forget the universe, and that shit's vast. I mean, we're just a fucking speck.
Yep.
In a very, very, very big place, and from there it's just been constant. Even till now, I'm still learning things now, and it's like I'm constantly learning, and I'm always trying to spread whatever knowledge I have to everyone else. And yeah, it's constant journey, and I'm still going through it, and we still talk about it.
Yeah. Well, because you're always learning. Experiences. You're always there's no. For me, it was like mine was actually around the same time. Mine was in 2006. I mean, again, I've always been spiritual. I've had paranormal shit happen to me my whole life since I was 3, and it was hard for me to handle, so I tried to push it out. And my parents were always very open. We weren't really religious in any way. My parents talked, they were very open-minded. My brothers went to church and got confirmed, and then there were things that happened in the church that we were going to, dealing with the priests and that kind of stuff, and my mom was like, I'm all set, so we stayed away from that kind of stuff. But I kind of figured out, I was really blessed because my parents allowed us to figure out our own beliefs on our own, and gave us that freedom and didn't really push too much on us in that sense. So for me in 2006, it was when it kind of happened for me. I had a visceral experience in Italy, and it just there's really no words to describe it. It was called a peak experience. I saw the whole of Florence from a specific point of view, and it literally took my breath away to the point I couldn't breathe. Physically, I was and I didn't know what happened. I just had this amazing spiritual experience, and ever since, everything just kind of fell into place for me. And really, it kick-started in 2011 when I came out sexually, because it was something I struggled with for my whole life. And that was accepting. I had to accept a part of myself that I was afraid of, and once I had, all this shit started happening to me. Like, I started seeing number sequences, I started having all these synchronistic events, I started manifesting things through the laws of attraction that were really quick. I manifested an amazing job, I manifested a trip to Hawaii, I manifested all these people in my life that were like-minded, and it's just been, like he said, it's been a roller coaster ever since. And, you know, it has its ups and downs, because again, during this stuff, you're finding out who you are, who you truly are, and you have to shed a lot of old beliefs about yourself and about others in order to do so, which really just reflects your beliefs about yourself.
And about the world. So it's like you're having a clusterfuck of things coming at you. It's something that's universal, something that's personal, and something that's, you know, worldly. So it's coming at you at all angles. As you're learning about everything out there, it's a reflection of you as well.
Yeah.
That's what's inside you, and it comes out. So you're like, oh my god, this is the trait I have. Oh my god, what is this? Her. So it's constant. Literally, it's constant. And it's every day. The more you stay within your path, or the more you stay within your vortex, your own energy, and not let anybody fuck with it, the more you will learn and constantly grow.
Yeah, definitely. It was kind of interesting too, because you become very compassionate and in tune with nature. And I found when I started realizing I was changing on a very deep level was when I started to think that certain bugs and insects were adorable, and I couldn't kill them. And like, it sounds so fucking weird, but I was arachnophobic for like most of my life, and all of a sudden I couldn't kill a spider. And I actually found, like, I don't know, I just had this feeling towards different types of nature or natural systems that I never had before. You know, I felt like how I had with my dog. Like, I had this overwhelming sense of unconditional love, and there really is no words to describe it. You have to feel it. And I was able to just tap into a lot of collective energy, collective pain, collective love, and it's intense. It can be really intense for one person to tap into that kind of energy. And because you have to realize we're all computers, and everything, our whole reality is just information, and you're downloading and processing information, and that's why you're so beautiful, because when you realize that, you can learn how to create the information for yourself to experience, you know. And so this journey becomes just so fucking magical. Everyone who's watching this right now, you're watching it because you're experiencing it. Because otherwise, if it didn't feel right to watch, you'd probably say, yeah, fuck you. And then you just go on to watching something else, you know? And so you're watching this because you resonate with what we're talking about, because it's happening to you on some small level, or maybe it's just starting to happen to you, and you're curious and you want to learn more. And that's why you keep watching it. And that's what this reality does to you. You can't go back, because you know the truth that love is ever present, and that reality is not meant to be a victim survival dog eat dog world. We're not meant to have, you know, fight to survive. That's an old paradigm. That was an old primitive mindset that we at that time still didn't even have to, but that's how we were designed. And it took us up until now to realize the truth, you know, that we're abundant beings, and we are so technologically fucking advanced into the year 2017, and we'll probably talk about this eventually, maybe now, I don't know, but the fact that
she's getting there. That's why I'm smiling. I'm like, I know where she's going.
The fact that
I know where she's going with this shit.
Relying on fossil fuels is the biggest fucking sham you will ever experience as a human species. Bottom line. We are 100 years behind our evolution in technology. There's so much fucking evidence to prove that. It's disgusting what these empires do to keep humanity at a lower fucking pace of evolution, because we could be, we'd have flying fucking cars, we'd have probably dematerializing fucking cars.
Look what you motherfuckers done there. You got it? And she's getting into that subject.
Everything. Free energy.
She's getting at that cuss. Watch.
I'm passionate about it because, again, I'm an environmentalist, and, you know, I paid for school. I went to school. I was taught by our education system all of these technologies, to be told once I graduated that you can't do that here. You can't do that here because we don't want that here. Yet, why are you teaching me that it's possible if you don't want it? And, again, you can argue about politics or whatever fucking side you are. At the end of the day, we live on one planet, and we're the ones that are killing this planet.
Yep.
We're the ones creating war. We're the ones continuing and perpetuating this mindset of lack and hate. And we could be so far fucking advanced that I think it is a slap in our face and an insult to our intelligence as an American people, never mind the human species, to be told that when we have fucking smartphones that do every fucking thing for us, that we still have to rely on fossil fuels and gas and coal. Go fuck yourself. That's all I have to say. And I'm done. I don't have a mic on me, but I'm done. I'm done. This shit is dumb. Fucking stupid. Don't even go there with me on that shit, because I'll fucking put you down. Because I don't tolerate it. I don't tolerate it. When it comes to the environment, she's my lover. I love the earth. I am definitely a nature fucking person, because guess what? We wouldn't be here without her. You wouldn't fucking breathe without it. You wouldn't be able to eat without it. So, I get very passionate.
And remember, Mother Earth, mother, female, matriarchal. She's above and beyond everything. Yeah. She's the one that creates. She's the one that gives us bountiful food and everything.
And she can take your ass away too.
It ain't us guys. All we do is, we supply the stuff so that things can grow. So we're important as well, but Mother Earth, she's the most important thing. Our women are the most important things on this earth. And for women in general to not feel empowered or to not feel that they can do something because the world is ruled by men, bullshit, dude. Yeah. I follow so many women on Instagram and on Facebook that they just kick ass, dude. They're owning shit every fucking day, whether it's from like CrossFit to powerlifting, whether it's something indigenous movements, political. Women are just coming out of the woodwork now, and fuck that, we women strong, and I love it. I love to see that. I grew up with women around me, strong women all the time. So to see this in the outside world, not only in my own world, it's a beautiful thing. And us guys, we gotta wake the fuck up and respect our women. They have to respect us as well, but it's mutual respect. But
a lot of it too is like this whole spiritual paradigm shift is. It's this return of the divine feminine energy. We all have feminine masculine energy. We all have feminine masculine polarities, positive negative energy. There's just no doubt about that. So I think, women have been, it is obvious that women have been suppressed. Yes, the feminine has been suppressed.
Just read the Bible.
It's true. But that also goes for men suppressing their own feminine energy. And that doesn't mean you have to be
flaming,
like
oh my God,
you have to be, like a gay guy, and how he's and there's nothing wrong with that either, being overly feminine for a man, but it's that men are conditioned to suppress their emotions. Women are emotional, men are logical. Women are starting to now see the logic within the emotion and be able to balance themselves and be empowered. That we didn't have that before, because in the collective feminine energy, it was suppressed. Not just by females, but by men too, suppressing their own feminine. So on a collective level, we've been for centuries suppressing our own individual and collective feminine energy that is a part of who we are. Just as the masculine, you can't have a patriarchal society and expect to get anywhere. You can't have just a matriarchal society. If it was flipped, we would still be unbalanced.
You know how emotional?
We're gonna be balanced.
You know how emotional everything was matriarchal now? Forget it.
Yeah. And that's the thing. And
wars would not be done by guns and no. It'll be like makeup wars and like cooking wars. Well, we benefit from it. The guns, my cake is better, bitch. My cupcakes are better.
And that's the thing. I think the number one target of separation in our country is women, because we are like picked on and pulled apart, and men too. It goes both ways, but young girls are targeted at a very young age with their image issues, with who they're supposed to be, with these gender roles that they're supposed to be in. Now we have to realize that women didn't get the right to vote. We've only had the right to vote in this country for 60 years now. Think about that. That we're finally, in some places, some companies, some corporations in the corporate realm, women aren't getting paid as much as men still for doing the same job. So there is still a divide, and I find that women are perpetuating the issue. It's not just men perpetuating, it's women perpetuating the issue because women aren't empowering each other. We're feeding into the division by picking each other apart. And I mean, I don't know about you, but I know so many women who are fucking catty, and I don't get it. You know, I see a beautiful woman, I'm not going to think that she's better than me. I'm going to think, oh my God, that is a gorgeous woman. You know, I think we have to empower each other as women.
Even with dudes, doesn't control, but
And
even with
dudes,
dudes
too.
Don't knock a dude for, you know, wearing a nice suit or something like that, or having a nice car, or even having a nice, beautiful woman with them.
It goes with everyone.
Doesn't matter. Appreciate. If you don't have that, yo, appreciate that shit, man. I mean, I know I do. I'm like, damn, man, that suit looks dope. You know, dope.
Looks dope,
It looks dope. It looks awesome. You know, their car. Either they worked hard for it, you know, whether it's a Mercedes, BMW, whatever. I'm like, I don't have that shit. I don't have money for that shit. But he rocking that shit, and he rocking that shit nice. And I'm like, that's nice. I'm gonna be like, well, I'm gonna steal that shit. Fuck that nigga. He ain't better than me. And most dudes are like that, you know.
And well, that's the thing.
Appreciate that shit, dude.
If you're picking on somebody else or sizing somebody else, even whether it's verbally,
that means you got a little dick,
or in your mind,
you got a little dick.
You got a little dick, or it's. Odds are there's something inside yourself that you don't like, that you're not happy with. So instead of pointing the finger, start empowering each other.
Your little dick.
I can't express that enough. Women need to empower each other because it's just been so long since women have been empowered. I believe in that our culture was definitely alive way longer than the Ice Age. So I'd say probably in Atlantis and all that kind of time period. Women were probably...
She's getting to that cusp again. She's reaching it.
I was getting it. That's, we'll go into that another time. But I just feel like, yes, there probably was a time when there was more of a matriarchal balance, but it's time as women to step into our authenticity, and it's time for men to step into their authenticity by honoring our divine feminine and healing our divine masculine, because there's wounds in both.
And it's because of the motherfucking government, it's patriarchal society.
It's government, and it's years and centuries, not just years. It's centuries and centuries and centuries of conditioning, psychological warfare of telling you how to live, how it's supposed to be, how reality is through these fictitious fucking stupid stories. And don't get me wrong, I think that almost every religious text probably has some sort of truth in it. But odds are a lot of it was used as a control mechanism.
Yeah, that's the Catholic Church.
It's control. I mean, I don't know about you, but I think the whole role of fucking Jesus, whose real name was Yeshua, whatever, he basically said, love yourself and love each other. That was it. He never said worship.
He was the Bob Marley of his time. That's what he was. He just didn't play soccer and had dreadlocks.
Exactly.
Maybe he had dreadlocks. You never know. He probably smoked some ganja too. He
smoked a lot of ganja. He probably did. But that's the thing.
Motherfucker floating and shit.
I don't
walking on water.
I'll never
Well, he's smoking.
Worshipping somebody else for your own responsibility of a creator, because we came here to create. We are the creator. It comes through us. We are a piece of it. We're all a piece of it. That's how at least I view it. You know, and you don't have to agree with that, but it seems.
But it even says in the Bible, we are the exact splitting image of God.
Of God, whatever you want to call it. I like to call it source.
Source energy.
Source energy, universe.
Creator. Universe, yeah.
Because it's, I think, when you.
Whatever you feel comfortable using.
Yeah.
Whatever term.
Yeah.
Creator, universe,
whatever
God,
it is.
whatever. It's same shit, man. Same source energy, same love.
It's universal, and and we're a part. We're all droplets of it. I just see us all as like if the source was an ocean, we are just little droplets of that, and we're experiencing through our own vehicles.
Oh, if we was a forest, if everything was a forest, we were like lightning bugs, just glowing, little specks of light.
That's what we are. We're light.
That's what we are. And some of us shine brighter, because we're special people.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's true. I shine like a motherfucking Christmas tree.
And not like a diamond. Because diamonds refract.
It's true.
Yeah. But, yeah, that's true. That's all.
It's just,
stuff.
All this stuff is pretty much what we will talk about, probably in more depth. And, I like to talk about aliens.
Don't go there.
I won't go there now. I like to talk about other stuff. We all like to talk about things.
We'll get to the aliens aspect of this whole fucking thing when Rhiannon is here, because she'll have her little. Yeah. She'll have her insight of herself and then what she feels and all that stuff. But the whole alien thing.
That's a whole other topic.
Yeah, because that is like a good hour-long video.
That's like long.
Yeah.
As fuck.
That's some good shit. That's some real good shit.
And there's so many different things that's going on with these like light workers and twin flames and fucking rainbow children, and I know I'm a rainbow child.
Indigo children.
Indigo children and all this
You know
stuff.
what indigo children are? Those are the fucking sensitive kids that have psychic gifts.
Yeah, I'm one. We're all,
I was indigo.
We're all in the same kind of, I think it's like 30s, from like 36 to 20, early 20s, and then from 20s under, it's like crystal children or something. But they're all different levels, different heightened frequencies, different DNA. That's a whole other topic, DNA. Like, that fucking shit is sick. When you get into DNA and understanding the frequency of DNA, that's pretty nuts.
Or origins.
Or our origins, yeah. That's what we get into. That's gonna take a long time.
Not that we're saying that it's all facts, but it's stuff that if you heard it yourself from certain people, you'd be like, damn, dude, you know, we're not just, as the scientific field calls us, apes that eventually evolved over time.
Yeah.
We're way beyond that.
Yeah, definitely.
Way beyond that, because that's some slow shit, dude. I mean, look at the apes now. Have you seen one turn into a fucking human? No, but they act like humans.
Yeah. They're definitely
throwing shit at each other.
They definitely close. I just feel like too. It's like, again, like if this is something that you're resonating with, then you're meant to be on this path. Maybe not watch all of our videos, but you're meant to definitely be on this path.
Listen, you can comment, you can say whatever the fuck you want. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna keep the comments open.
Yeah.
I'll probably put this on YouTube and on Facebook. Comments, yeah, say what you gotta say. I'm not gonna take offense to it. We're not gonna take offense to it. And that's your opinion. I already expressed my opinion. She expressed her opinions. Some may differ, some may be the same. It doesn't really fucking matter. Say what you gotta say, you know.
And if because I know there's gonna be some trollers out there, and they're gonna want to put their 2 cents in. They're probably gonna be dickheads about it. You know, I don't know about you, but I most likely won't respond because I don't like to create energy of arguing over beliefs because everybody's entitled to their own belief. So if you're somebody who's out there who just wants to be a dickhead, please don't fucking even comment. Just keep going. But if you do, I'm not gonna respond.
Well, I'm gonna invite all you dickheads, you fucking retards, whatever.
He wants to invite you.
I don't care. I've heard it all throughout my whole life, especially with the religious aspect. You're probably picking my card. Oh yeah, we fat fuckers. Oh, Catholicism and Christianity. I lived it, dude. I seen it. It's propaganda. The Quran and everything else is bullshit. Not so much Theravada Buddhism. That's more earth-based, and those stories are kind of but that's more believable than a lot of the shit that I've read and I've seen, and of course been in it firsthand and seen the way people act, and they're a little more overzealous about what's in the Bible and what it says, and you know, acting brainwashed or being brainwashed with this bullshit. And it's like, dude, you know, I live a life as I do whatever the fuck I want, how I want, when I want. I just respect everybody. I love everybody. You disrespect me, I'm gonna break you. You love me, I'm gonna love you back. I will give you respect, but it's earned. You know, I'm very easy to get along with, but it's probably even more on the we call it the satanic aspect. But I don't follow Satanism as well. I don't follow none of that bullshit. I'm a spiritual person, but I do resonate more with Satanism than anything else. But I'm not Satanist. But I do believe in myself. I do believe that I have the power to do whatever the fuck I want. And I've shown that to myself many times. If I wanted to do something, I just go and do it. That's it, plain and simple. That's a lot of people have a fear of. Oh, can I do it? Oh my God. What about if they say this? Or what about... I don't think about that shit. I do it, and whatever happens in the aftermath, and I deal with it, whatever consequences it is. But...
Because everyone's going to fucking say something. Bottom line, no matter what you fucking do, you're going to have... haters. I hate using that term because I think it's so stupid, but you're gonna have people who don't like what you're doing, and you're gonna have people who are gonna be negative toward you. You have no idea how many people I've already had come at me, and then it's such a small percentage the amount of people who embrace you. You know, so don't ever get discouraged on your path for people who aren't gonna feel what you're feeling or experience what you're feeling, because nobody's feeling what you're feeling. Nobody's experiencing what you're experiencing.
Everybody's perspectives of life and other people are very different.
And they may be like-minded, but you're still having your own individual experience, you know, so honor that and accept the fact that you're not gonna please everybody, and not everybody's gonna agree with you, and not everybody's gonna be liking what you say, and we will most likely get some trollers who will be like a fucking dickhead. But Dan has kindly invited you, dickheads.
Mm-hmm.
He has invited
Don't give a fuck.
you. So it is what it is, you know?
Bring it on. I don't care. Because as much as I like to share my opinion about how I feel about certain things, I like to give everybody else that right to express themselves as well. Just to be in an even playing field.
Yeah, because I see his point too. Like, if you're somebody who this stuff is kind of controversial, and it's a lot to digest, especially when you're somebody who does have to shed all these past beliefs that you've been conditioned to believe for your whole entire life. There's a lot of ego battles going on, and a lot of defense mechanisms up with that, because then it's like this information is telling you that you're wrong, and that's. It's not necessarily telling you wrong, it's just that there's a different way, there's a different reality that you haven't been shown, and so that's that fear coming up. So if that's something that you need to express, go for it.
Yeah, by any means, I welcome it. Because you know what, there's something you might say or touch upon a subject that I don't even know about, and you could teach me something. So, and vice versa. Maybe I'm saying something that you never heard of, never experienced, and, I'm schooling your dumb ass, and now I'm shedding some light to, your darkness. And vice versa, and that's what I'm all about. Yeah. It's the exchange of energy, exchange of information, and this is how we grow as a species, as a sentient being on the third density, which is Earth. Is constantly talking, but being cool about it. Yeah, some people come off. I'm from Jersey. I come off as a dick automatically. I'm an asshole. That's how I am. But you know what?
The teddy bear.
Sometimes, but I do it with respect. So you know what? You can come at me however you want. I don't care. You know what? As long as you're from the heart and you explain what you feel, that's fine. Because I'm gonna do the same thing. But if you come off as straight up dick, well, fuck you. Plain and simple. Right now, before you even comment down below, fuck you. That's it. Plain and simple. I love you, but fuck you.
Yeah.
That's how it is. See, that's the paradox. You see that? That's exactly how it works. I don't hate you, but fuck you. But say what you gotta say. I'm open to any criticism, any questions, anything how you feel. I mean, I'm all for it.
Or even topics that you want us to discuss.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm down.
We're pretty knowledgeable, all of us, in many areas on this whole subject. I mean, we could go on for days on this shit. I mean, I've had probably 10 plus years of researching and personal experience, and I mean, my whole life I've had personal experience, but as far
being
as
awakened soul, and actually knowing what the fuck you're experiencing.
Yeah.
That's a whole different story.
Yeah, because being consciously present and be aware of what you're experiencing and accepting is different from just having the experience and not wanting to accept it. Because that's not a great feeling, because I've been down that road. And also, for people be kind with yourself, because you're gonna have a lot of things where you're gonna look at yourself and be like, oh, I wish I didn't do that, or I wasn't as good of a person as I am now. Like, when I first came out of the spiritual closet, not even just the sexual closet.
She came out of Narnia with that shit.
I came out of Narnia, that's right. That was a fucking shit show. No, I just, I was because everything I was going through, I was like, oh my god, this is real, blah, 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 everything's wrong. I actually took what they call the spiritual ego. Like, once you come out of the spiritual closet, then you gotta deal with the spiritual ego, thinking that you're superior to others.
Because everything you fucking learn, you want to share it with everyone.
You do, and
so you act like you know everything.
Yes.
So when somebody comes at you with some kind of belief or some kind of system, you're gonna be like, oh no, but it's this and that, and it's not.
And it's not. And that's the thing. It took me. I mean, it was very quick that I went through that phase, and we all, as somebody who is on the awakening path, goes through it, where you're like, oh shit, I shouldn't have went about it, because you really want to lead by example instead of forcing. Because at that point in my life, I was no different than any religious zealot telling them how to live, because I was like, no, it's this, and that, and I really focused on the negative aspect of what was happening around the world, like what we briefly mentioned, the shadow governments, all that kind of shit, the fear-based reality, and then I shifted my attention to what the solution could be, and that was spreading my love and loving myself and leading by example, rather than trying to force people to get on this bandwagon, when really it's like, you're not going to force anybody. That never works, and I felt a lot of guilt and shame for that, but that was something that I also worked through, because you have to forgive yourself. I was human. I'm human. I'm passionate. I don't tolerate negativity to an extent where it's detrimental to a whole species, animals, and the whole earth. So I can get fiery, but So I learned different tactics and embraced more of a state of compassion with it, and realizing that it takes time to wake up. It takes time to, most people have to pretty much have a whole new way of life. I mean, how do you go through your whole life thinking some way, and just to have somebody else expect you to drop that way of life and go into something else like that? It takes time. It's a gradual process. It's slow.
Lifetimes.
It does.
Not only just life, but lifetimes.
So you gotta be kind to yourself and be compassionate. And I'm not the same person who I was even just a month ago, and you're constantly growing. You're constantly getting rid of this, there are stupid little things that I found that I do, just like personality-wise, behavioral things or mannerisms, and I'm like, why do I do that? And I didn't like it because it just didn't feel right. And so I became consciously aware of when I would do those things and be like, nope, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do something else. So be kind with yourself and just know that those people who are also on the other side, of the spiritual ego, where they're trying to force themselves on you, just know that they're passionate and they're probably at the beginning of their spiritual awakening. And, just...
If not, they're brujas. They want to get your energy. They're trying to steal it.
Yeah, and that's a whole other thing. Fucking vampires.
And this is what I call the
vampires.
The foofy spiritual people. The people who they have their awakening, but they get so engulfed in every aspect of spirituality, where it comes from. I mean, from all over the fucking place. They know everything, and they need, they act like gurus, or, oh, I do this, I know this, I don't give a fuck. So do I. I researched it. I've done it. Who cares? Anybody can do it. Just because you've done it doesn't mean that you're some kind of. Even if you have a PhD in the motherfucker, who gives a fuck? It's something spiritual. You can't get a PhD in something spiritual. If you did, you'll be in the fifth dimension, motherfucker. You're going to be an ascended master or far beyond that. But in the third density, you are just like me. I don't care what kind of fucking... I don't know if you're a shaman or whatever. I don't care if you can tap into the next realm. Okay, that's your gift. That's a good thing. You know what I can do? I heal people with my hands. Woo! Good. Yep. But don't go around and be like, well, these hands right here are magic. No, who cares? Nobody cares. I can heal, we heal, that's it. Yeah. There's a lot of light workers out there. Those foofy motherfuckers, be careful of those people too, because they're the same people I'm talking about, but
because they
have an ability and they feel like
they're the only ones
that have it, or they act like Yoda. Yeah. And it's fucking. I call them foofy. They're annoying. Be careful with them. And also, if they don't curse, if they don't curse, they're fucking evil. Don't trust anybody that does not fucking curse. I'm telling you, because if they don't curse and they're not straightforward, there's something wrong with those motherfuckers.
It's definitely about being straightforward, because I've said I've done a lot of research, and I've been through and sifted through a whole bunch of different people that I've gone to or watched on YouTube about this information, and there are some where I'm just like, not everything is rainbows and butterflies. You can't, for a quick example, with the laws of attraction, there's this thing going out there that always be in a happy state, you're going to live a happy life. Okay, now you can be in a happy state. You just got to be in your vortex. But you have to honor your emotions, and not every single aspect of life is going to be happy. But that doesn't mean hold on to the anger or the sad. But that's what they don't tell you. They just say, be positive. Pretend like the sadness and the anger isn't there. Just be positive. You can't do that. You have to look at everything. And that's, to me, it's disinformation. It's not really good information, because you're completely negating the dark aspect of yourself. And you will learn very fast that you can't never get rid of the dark shadow of yourself. You have to embrace it, accept it, and transmute it. And that's different than just pretending like it doesn't exist.
Now, coming from a Scorpio rising, which I am, and I go deep very, very, very deep within myself, into the darkness, and I'm comfortable there. I know what lies there. I've let it out, and people have seen it. But you have to be very comfortable with it and know your capabilities of that darkness just as well as your light. Yeah. It's the duality. It's that balance. You need both. You have to have both. It's part of you. It's part of who you are. So if you see someone that's always about, oh my God, rainbows and unicorns and crystals will help me in positivity and love, and they're like that all the time, believe me, behind closed doors, they're probably either cutting their wrist or some shit. whatever you do, but usually they are. They're doing some kind of bad shit. I've seen it. I've met people like that. They're not balanced. They're not there. Spiritual people who are very strong and very assured of themselves and their journey, which we all, we're basically on that same road, not holding hands all like frolicking, but we're at different paces. They're much like us, very straightforward. They'll curse, they'll use every example known to existence to make you understand how certain things work and how things are expressed through the soul.
Yeah.
Not just like, oh my God, if you read this book of shadows, you'll have blah, 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 because this is what I wrote down, this is what I experienced, blah, blah, blah. That's one source. Mm-hmm. The earth has many sources of many different experiences through eons, through the like you said before, the Atlantis. Yeah. That was a civilization that was here. Yeah. Even stuff like from the Roman Empire. Stuff from the Ottoman Empire. I mean, there's a lot of spiritual things that have manifested through law of attraction, and there's so many things that you can learn. Never just pigeonhole yourself to one form of spirituality. I'm like, oh, this is it. This is what I am. And if you do it, that's fine. That's cool. But remember that there's always others, and there's a vast amount of knowledge out there. What I'm saying is, don't lock yourself in just with that. Keep yourself open to everything, but question it. Yeah. Remember, everything's a paradox. Everything that is isn't. Whatever isn't is. So you have to think of that way.
Whatever fills you up with fucking joy, do it.
Yep.
Whatever makes you the happiest, do it. Whatever you resonate and that makes you feel really happy, that is what is important to you, and that's what matters.
Absolutely.
Don't be afraid to stand out, for sure, because that's something I've personally experienced, was like fear of my own success, because I know that I'm a very powerful person, and I've had a lot of people come up to me and talk to me about how I've inspired them, and because I'm very vocal with my passions and my knowledge, especially about environmental technology and all that stuff, and other stuff in the healing and health and wellness aspect. But I hate all eyes on me, which is why I started doing videos like this. I have my own YouTube video. Dan mentioned it earlier in the video, but it helped me like adjust to having people, all eyes on me, having all these people come to me, because you're, as a light worker, somebody who's on this path, you're destined to stand out, because you have to stand out.
We're in the age of Aquarius, man. This is the golden age. I mean, everybody has to be awakened. We're all moving at a higher frequency and vibration, and that's where we all need to go together. Some people are going to be left behind. A lot of channelers would say this. A lot of psychics would say this bullshit. It's been said for eons, man. I mean, the Mayans, the Incas. I mean, my culture, dude. It's 2017, dude. I mean, there's so many things that we're capable of doing, and I would say 50% of that is suppressed or is not disclosed because of the government. But everything else, it's right there in front of our face, and we can make a positive change for ourselves.
It's up to us to be the ones to make that change.
Absolutely.
Because even when it comes to the certain disclosure of technology and other things, that's not going to happen by your government. And if you're somebody who's sitting around waiting for you to actually believe that it's true because the government says it's true, that's also a paradigm that you need to shed, or that you're in the process of shedding, because you know what's true. You know what is true as opposed to what's not.
And why? Because you feel it here.
Yes.
You feel it there.
It's really about getting in tune with your body
here.
And yourself.
We're energy beings. We can tell when somebody's lying and not telling us the truth.
And that's a thing.
More so women. You women are very gifted with intuition. Yes, that's true. Follow that. Teach us men this bullshit.
It's true.
It's not bullshit. It's a good thing. Yeah. But we need to learn as well. But women do not. And I always say this to every girlfriend I've ever had, to every female I've ever come across. You're female. You are gifted with intuition. Very strong intuition. Follow it. Trust it. That is not. That's not. It's not false. There's a reason why your sacral chakra is and you feel it. Like, oh my God, something wrong. I just feel it. Follow that shit. Yeah. That shit's telling you something.
Seriously.
For all you women out there, some guys too, we have it too. I mean, I get it when something turns bad. Like, oh my God, and I feel it. But more so women, because you're more connected to Mother Earth. And she will let you know. Your guides on the other side will let you know. And that's another topic with guides and stuff like that. But they're letting you know. They're basically doing this.
Hey.
There's something wrong, or you do something. Hello.
And they'll find a way.
But trust that. Trust that.
Yep. It's pretty awesome shit.
Yeah. I think we should end the video now. I think it's
we
over
should.
an hour.
Yeah. I think we're gonna call it.
We'll cut this short now. Well, not cut it short. It's already been over an hour. But this is the first video. I'm gonna post it. Like I said, feel free to comment, share your information, share your opinions, your thoughts. They're all welcome. Negative, positive, neutral. I don't give a shit, man. Say what you gotta say. Just be aware.
Yeah.
Be aware of yourself. More so with yourself than anything else. Than the government, than this and this and that. Because everything starts from source. It starts with you. You are source energy. You are love. You are that light. So make sure you give yourself all that energy and that positive and that love. So therefore, you can have it and you can bring it to everybody else as a gift. And you know what? And that's also a reflection.
Shit.
And once it's a reflection, guess what? It goes everywhere. Not that, it's going to be, fucking unicorns and rainbows every single fucking day.
I mean, I poop rainbows once in a while. Sometimes.
But, you want to keep that information, that line of information open, that connection, that love connection with everyone. And that's basically the goal here with this video, this first video. And hopefully, one person, 2 people, 10 people, no one, I don't care. As long as it touched someone watching this, and not in that special way, but just here.
Yes.
But if it reached out and it touched you in some way, and it matched with your frequency and vibration, by all means, dude, you're welcome. And love you, love and light.
Stay beautiful.
Yeah. And we'll see you soon on the next thing. I'm Danny.
I'm Jess.
And we'll see you later.
All right.
Peace.
Bye.